doing a full coverage glam. I know it's the party season right now and everyone wants to look good. We want to look flawless. So if you guys want to look like this, gorgeous, glamorous, photo ready, then this is the tutorial for you. As a makeup artist, there is a famous saying that your skin prep is the most important step of your makeup routine. If you do not do skin prep, your makeup, she'll look crusty, she'll look dusty, she ain't gonna look cute, girl. The one thing that I do all the time, every morning, every night, is go in with a toning pad. This is my go-to toning pad. I've been using her all year long. I love her so much that, guys, she is completely out. I have one last one in there that I was saving for dear life. So I managed to pick a new one up from YesStyle. This is the MEDIHEAL Madecassoside Blemish pad. This is what the toning pad looks like. If you guys don't know what toning pads are, they are basically like a 4-step system in one pad. The reason why I like these toning pads is because they're actually refillable, which I do not know why I didn't just buy the refill of this. Defeats the purpose of trying to be eco-friendly, Twee. The world of toning pads has just transformed my skin. They are basically these little cotton pads that are pre-soaked in a solution. They help exfoliate, they tone, they moisturize. So I'm very particular about my moisturizer when I'm wearing makeup. I feel like there's only a select few products I can actually use, otherwise it's too slippery, it's too oily, my makeup kind of breaks down. This is my favorite moisturizer that I discovered this year. This is the Huda Henriksen Strength Trainer Peptide Moisturizer. You can see she is out. She is scooped, she is clean, she's ready to be recycled. Oh God, look at this, guys. You can just see the glow, the moisture, but she doesn't feel oily or greasy. I'm actually flying to Korea next week, so the Korea vlogs are coming, and I'm planning to get a perm, I'm planning to get a haircut, I'm planning to come back like a K-pop star idol. Speaking of Korea, this product is actually made in Korea. Cute little segue. This product is from NYX Cosmetics. It's their face glue. I have been obsessed with this little primer. I feel like primers are one of those things that you don't need to use it, but when I do use it, I do notice a difference, that my makeup kind of goes on a bit nicer, it lasts a little bit longer, it doesn't look as cakey as quickly. How cute is the packaging? It actually looks like a little bottle of glue. It is such a nice product. It leaves your face so nice and tacky, which I think is really amazing for a makeup base. It also says that it gives 24 hours of hydration. It contains something called polyglutamic acid, which is 4 times more hydrating than hyaluronic acid. Science lesson for you guys. I've been learning about my skincare ingredients, okay? Just to show you how sticky and tacky this primer is. Like, she's on there, girl. Okay, so for my foundation of the year that I've been loving, I feel like I've spoken about it so many times on my channel, it's the TIRTIR Red Mask Cushion Foundation. I use the shade 25N Mocha. It does come with a little sponge, but I actually prefer using it with a brush. I feel like the sponges sometimes take so long to apply, so using a brush, you're able to kind of get the best of both worlds. Okay, hopefully you guys can see that that foundation gave really good coverage, and you can almost still see the skincare and the skin prep really peek through. If you take away one thing from this video, guys, I just want you to take away how important your skin prep is. If you are interested in wanting to know how exactly to prep your skin for makeup, I have done a whole video up here. Okay, now for concealer, I have been loving this one from MAC Cosmetics. This is the Studio Radiance Concealer. I love the doe foot applicator of this. She's like a big round fat ball. You guys know I love me a full coverage glam, but we don't want to look cakey. We don't want it to feel heavy on the skin. So textures like this, where it's really nice and thin, but it gives a good amount of coverage. It's so nice. I'm using the shade NC10. I've also been loving this Cherry Blossom Huda Beauty color corrector as well. I use this just a little bit underneath my eyes. Now that your girl is in her 30s, okay, the dark circles, she's a little bit frightening, okay? Sometimes when I look at myself in the mirror, I'm like, where did those fine lines come from? Where did the grey hair spout from? So I don't know if you guys are into astrology, but right now I am in my Saturn return. If you don't know what that is, basically from the age of 27 to 32, there is going to be like a big change in your life. You know, there's a saying that every 7 years you physically change, like your hair texture changes, your skin changes. I've been a social media content creator now for 7 years. I felt like for a long time I have been on the social media rat race, and this year I really taken that time out to really look deep down inside and what really brings me joy, what makes me happy, like how do I get to know myself even more. I just have such a special feeling about next year. Guys, I feel like I'm getting emotional in this video because I'm about to start my period, okay? I feel like I haven't talked to you guys for such a long time. I just want to let everything out while we do makeup. This Too Faced Melting Bronzing Stick, so nice. Oh my god, it is so creamy, guys. Like one swipe, she's pigmented. She actually smells like chocolates as well, which is also really nice. Perfect for when I'm on my period, guys. guys. Whew. I'm also currently in this stage where I'm like, what am I doing with my YouTube channel? What am I trying to bring to this channel? How can I add value to you guys? And it's so hard because half of me is like, should I just do makeup? Should I just do skincare? Or should I do vlogs? And it's so hard. I feel like I have to pick one or the other. You guys comment down below. Do you guys like a mixture of vlogs, a little mixture of makeup content, a little mixture of hauls? I kind of don't know what's happening with this YouTube channel, so I would love your input on where do you think I'm going wrong? Any constructive feedback, okay? Be nice now. Okay, now for blusher, I wanted to show you guys this product. This is actually a Korean beauty product. It's from a brand called Fwee. How cute is that name? Fwee, like twee, but Fwee. This is called a pudding pot, and look at that texture, guys. Look at her. She looks so bouncy. She looks so springy. Don't you just want to touch it? It kind of looks like a little nipple. Who remembers the Maybelline Dream Matte Mousse? Maybe I'm showing my age right now. The texture of this is so moussey. It's almost like a pudding. Like, that's why it's called a pudding pot. And you can actually use it on your lip and your cheeks, and it makes your skin literally look airbrushed. It is so beautiful. This literally went viral in Korea, and I couldn't get my hands on it for ages, but this is in the shade called O, if you're wondering. It's like a cool tone baby doll pink. I actually haven't tried this shade yet, so let me put it on my cheeks. I have been loving like a cool tone baby doll blush. How beautiful is that, guys? Wow, this texture, it makes your cheeks look so pretty. It makes your cheeks look so smooth. I feel like if you're the type of person that has a lot of indentations, or if you've got acne scars on your cheeks and you find sometimes blushes kind of enhance that, I actually feel like this will help smooth over any bumps. Such a nice texture, and there's so many different shades of this as well. I love putting blusher on my nose, right up next to my eyes. Okay, now, so my powder of the year is the Huda Beauty Cherry Blossom Easy Bake Powder. I don't think I have ever found another powder that blurs and smooths out your skin as much as this one. She has also done a little rebrand as well. Like, what do you guys think about the new Huda Beauty logo, the packaging? Like, she's cute, right? I've done a whole video about this on TikTok, and guys, when I tell you, the reviews were controversial, okay? Some people was like, this packaging looks awful, it looks cheap. And I'm like, I like it. I think it looks a little bit more modern. She's also improved the netting on this as well, so I feel like you're able to get out more powder. Make sure to blend out any creases, girls. We do not want to set down any fine lines and creases. Okay, the trick when it comes to your powder is to use a brush first, and I like to set underneath the eyes. I like this because it has a slight pink undertone, so it's really good for brightening. By the way, if you're looking for new brushes, I've just discovered Sephora's own brand of makeup brushes. So nice, guys. And then once I've powdered everywhere, that's when I go in with the powder puff. Previously, I used to use the powder puff all over my face, but I found that if I didn't set underneath my eyes first with a brush, sometimes my under eyes will look very cakey. Okay, now for bronzers, something I discovered this year was the power of a big fluffy brush like this. This is a brand called Philly Millie. It's a K-beauty brand. I literally got it from YesStyle. The brush is so soft, and I'm just gonna go in with this YSL All Hours bronzer. This is in the shade number 3. I like how warm this bronzer is. I feel like it's really able to give you a little bit more like color to your skin, you know? We all looking a little bit pale and crusty this time of year, so we want to bring a little bit more color back into our skin, and this brush is able to just make everything look really airbrushed because there's no harsh edges on the brush. You can see like it's all tapered, it's all very smooth. I'm just adding some to my forehead, on my cheeks, along my nose. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I definitely feel like this year I've kind of fallen apart, but now everything is kind of slowly getting back in together again, and I feel like I'm becoming like the better version of myself. And I did say to myself at the start of this year that my word is gonna be trust in divine timing. And when I tell you, like, this year has been very tough, but I've learned so much about myself. Now that I'm 32, so I'm like really getting in there with my 30s, I feel like I am discovering like this whole new chapter of my life. And I also have to acknowledge that a lot of you guys have been following my journey for years as well, and I can imagine all of you guys must be also going through this next stage in your life where maybe at the start when you first followed me, we were all about makeup, we wanted to just look good, but now all about discovering like what actually makes me feel good, not only on the outside but on the inside. And I really want this next chapter of my YouTube, really want to start sharing on my channel more, is a lot more personal things that I'm doing to be the better version of myself, in hopes that it will also inspire inspire you to maybe look inwards. Guys, this really is a therapy session, guys. Like, I'm learning so much about myself that I just can't help but just share all of my learnings with you guys. Okay, so this year I discovered this brand called Flower Nose, and when I tell you, this brand has the most prettiest packaging, and I have been using this blusher to death. So I finally ordered 2 new colors. So I want to kind of show you guys on camera, because there's no other blushes that's going to make you be like, ah, what is that? More than these blushes. Look at this. It literally looks like it's made for Sleeping Beauty. This packaging just looks like it's designed for Disney princesses and fairies. This is in the shade called 03 Ballet Fairy. Look at how stunning. Look at the embossing. Look at the embroidery on here. She's like a little fairy. If you guys don't know what Flower Nose is, it's basically like a Chinese brand. All of the packaging is just so beautiful. Look at it! Look at that, guys. These are so pretty. You know, sometimes with brands like this where the packaging is cute, but the product is a bit shit? These are not that, guys. These actually have pigment. Okay, they're actually very beautiful, and they go on so smoothly on the skin. I'm gonna mix both of these colors together because why not? Look at how stunning that blusher is. Do you see that? Cheeks! Cheeks for days, okay? Okay, now let's talk about highlighters, okay? Because I'm still on this highlighter bandwagon. I ain't never left. I've been on this train since 2017, okay? I ain't about to get off now. Recently, I have just discovered SHEGLAM. If you guys haven't seen my last video yet, I'll link it up here where I've done a full face testing SHEGLAM products. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I looked cute by the end of that video. I feel like makeup these days, you don't have to spend an arm and a leg to look cute anymore. Thank the Lord. So these are the 2 highlighters. The packaging is in the shape of a little moon. Stunning. So there's this pinky shade here, which is so pretty. This is your shade right here. So pretty. And then there's also this golden highlighter. Oh, she's so pretty. I'm actually gonna go in with this pinky kind of highlighter. I'm gonna put her at the top of my cheeks. I feel like when you do like a pink blush and a pink highlighter, it makes your skin look like a doll. Like when you turn your cheeks, the cheek, she be popping. Okay, now when it comes to my brows, I have just been using this Maybelline Builder Brow. It is honestly like one of the best products that's come out of the drugstore this year. The nib of this is so tiny. Draw in like tiny little hair-like strokes. And then on the other side, it actually has a really good brow gel where the actual spoolie is so nice and small. Okay, now for my eyes, I want to show you like my go-to glam. So I'm going to go in with the Vive Eye Wand in the shade Espresso. It's kind of like a dark brown wand. You can also go in with the Jumbo Eye Pencil from NYX Cosmetics. These are basically the same kind of product. They're both kind of like eye crayons. However, the Vive one just lasts a little bit longer. So what I like to do is I like to add this on the outer portion of my eye here. Almost like you're doing like a smoky liner wing. But the trick about this is that you don't need to be neat. Okay, you can be messy. Don't even worry about it. And then you want to grab a small brush like this. And now I'm just going to buff this out. So I don't want this to be a harsh line. I kind of want this to be like nice and smoky. If you also have hooded eyes like me, I have a whole tutorial breaking down like my go-to tips for hooded eyes. So I'll link all the videos down below. The trick of this eyeshadow technique is you want to go back and forth with the eye wand. Take one brush to blend out the crayon. Also bearing in mind, I'm using quite small, fluffy blending brushes. I'm avoiding any big brushes like this. I want it to be quite precise because we don't want to blend out the eyeshadow too much where it kind of spreads all over the eye and then it's like a full-on smoky eye all over. I kind of just want to blend out the edges, but we're still kind of maintaining the shape. This is the brush that I use to blend in the eye wand straight away. So this is going to have more color and more pigment on it. And then I go in and I swap over with this brush. One that's like a little bit bigger, but this is like the clean blending brush. Like I don't use this brush to blend the eye cream straight away. And now I'm just buffing out the edges. I'm mainly using this brush to blend out this brush. So you're going back and forth between 3 different products in your hand. This is kind of like multitasking at its finest. Then I'm going to go back in and build up the depth again with this eye wand. I'm putting this as close to my lash line as possible because that's where we want it to be the darkest. This is just buffing out into the crease in like a diagonal kind of shape. So we're going back and forth between the 3 so that we're building up that kind of shape and that dimension. I hope this all makes sense. Okay, so this is the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes palette. I'm not gonna lie, this has been like my go-to palette. I love this one. I also love the cool tone version as well. Gone are the days with the big bulky P. Louise Emmys and the Jeffree Star eyeshadow palettes. Like, we don't want all those colors. We just want everything small, compact, that we can travel with. This just has like all the go-to mattes. So I'm gonna go in with this shade here. If you guys don't have this eyeshadow palette, you can literally go in with your face bronzer. Anything that's like a warm bronze, that is the kind of color we want to go for. And now I'm just literally going right on top of that with that big brush this time. We're going like small, medium, large. Because this brush is a lot bigger, I'm just buffing this all over. This is gonna get rid of any harsh lines. If you have any skipping from the eyeshadow wand, hopefully you can see the difference. It just looks so much more like airbrushed and smooth on one side. We're just trying to get rid of any harsh lines, guys. We don't want no harsh lines in here, okay? Okay, now I'm gonna go in with a smaller brush like this. She's almost like a flat shader brush. I'm gonna go in with this dark brown here. And now I'm putting this as close to my lash line as possible. Okay, now I'm gonna go in and tight line underneath my eyes. I'm just using a black eyeliner. This bit is really important, especially if you don't have a lot of eyelid space like me. I don't want to put like an actual like thick eyeliner on my eyes because sometimes it can make your eyes look smaller. So by tight lining, it just makes everything look really dark and it still makes your eyes look really nice and defined. This is the eye pencil from Kosas, by the way. It's really nice because it's super long wearing. Okay, now for your bottom lash line, you can take this look however smoky you want to go. I am going to go in and just define my lash line a little bit. So I'm going to go in with this kind of like medium tone brown. I feel like sometimes when I go really smoky on the top lash line and I don't put anything underneath, it can look a little bit dark. So just by blending that eyeshadow into my bottom lash line, it just kind of ties everything in together. Okay, now you can just leave it here. You can put on a little eyelash, but we all know what channel this is, okay? This is xThuyLe, okay? She likes the glitter. I love the glam glam. I want the sparkles. This is my favorite eyeshadow of the year. I've been using her consecutively now for quite some time. This is Space Cowboy from Urban Decay. It's literally just one eyeshadow, but every single time I put her on, she's so sparkly. Like, I feel like I rinsed out this eyeshadow so much, and the good thing about this is that you can just use it with your finger. So I'm literally just dabbing this on my eyes. It looks so good. Literally just tapping it on with your finger and just blending it out. It's so easy. You don't have to think about what brush you're gonna apply it on with. Whenever I know I just need my eyes to look good, I just put on this eyeshadow. Okay, so for me, I like a bright inner corner. I feel like there's something about when you pop a little highlight on the inner corners, it just adds a little to the look. Okay, so I just applied a mascara and I'm gonna put on my eyelashes. How cute is this little lash holder? I literally got both of these lashes from YesStyle. I have no clue what this lash style is. I just found it randomly in the back of a drawer, but I want something that's not too heavy. I'm gonna clip this on like that. Oh, we're gonna apply this on for the first time. I always make sure to let the glue almost dry. Then you want to hold your mirror, look down, go from on top. Oh wow, that lash holder is good, girl. Yes, I'm able to really get like up in there. Okay. Now we're gonna move on to lips. I'm gonna go in with Wherever Walnut from Makeup Forever. Apparently this is like Hailey Bieber's go-to lip liner. Recently I don't like a heavy, harsh lip line. I find when it's a little bit blurred, it looks a little bit more like softer, a little bit more cuter. Doesn't look so harsh like you're wearing a full coverage glam. Even though I am very much wearing a full coverage glam right now, okay? Don't you worry. And then I'm gonna go in with the Fwee Pudding Pot, the same one that I put on my cheeks, just to tie everything in together. I'm just kind of dabbing this in the center of my lips. The texture of this is so nice. If your lips have a lot of lines, then I think you would really like this texture. It really just kind of blurs out your lips. So nice. But I am gonna go in with my favorite gloss. This is like the product of the year for me. I keep going on and on about it on all my socials, but this is the NYX Fat Lip Oils. They just recently brought out a lot of nude shades, which is so pretty. This one's probably my most used, you guys to see. Like, she is almost out, guys. This is in the shade Miss Cool. It's like the perfect like pinky kind of lip. The reason why I like this so much is because it's a lip oil, but it feels like a gloss, but it's not sticky like a lip gloss. Blend everything, so it's just not like a harsh line. I don't want it to look like, oh my god, you were wearing like loads of lip gloss. I just want it to have like a soft shine. Okay, this is the final look, but I just want to show you the extra little touches that I do normally off camera that I feel like takes my makeup to the next level, that really makes your makeup look not only photogenic, but it actually looks so nice in real life. So this is a highlighter stick from a brand called Glint. You can get kind of any highlighter stick. I kind of apply it onto this fatty bit of my thumb, and then I just go on the highest points of my cheek. I used to do this trick all the time when I used to do Fashion Week backstage. It just adds this extra little shine just in the highest point. Sometimes I feel like when you powdered your skin, powder highlight, it kind of just starts to look like powder on the skin, but this kind of brings that kind of skin-like element back into the skin. So this is the difference just with normal highlighter and then with the highlighting stick. Hopefully you can see a difference. Like, it just adds extra little shine just to the top portion of the cheeks. And then I like to go in with a little highlighting powder, or a powder that's a little bit lighter than your skin tone. This is the Cloud Set powder from Kosas. And then I just like to brighten up right underneath my eyes here, on my forehead, a little bit on my chin. Just this little extra step really brightens up underneath the eyes. And it has like a nice contrast between like the glow on your cheeks and then the mateness underneath the eyes. And then of course we need to set our face. This is the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. All that hard work, we want to make sure she lasts. Hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing this video where I showed you guys some of my favorite products I'm loving right now, as well as a full coverage beatdown. I want to know down below if you guys have lasted right until the end of this video. Comment down below a little Santa emoji, because who is ready for Vlogmas? Woo! So I want to see some Santa Claus up in the comment section, okay? We are going Christmas shopping. I am taking you guys into London and show you guys my favorite places in London, my hometown. So make sure you subscribe if you want to be in the festive spirit, and I'll see you guys next week for the first episode of Vlogmas. Bye! I have been trying to set up this camera setup for the last 2 hours, and there's humming, there's buzzing. I say that I'm meant to be a gym girl and I can't even open this. Trying to be a YouTuber and trying to work out all this technical stuff. She's hard, guys, she's hard. If you guys want to see some more... Guys, it's the last tutorial of the year. It's the most wonderful time of the year.